Hello there everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Soulver Weekly Forecast. I'm Courtney Kassman.
And I'm Alison Maiden.
And we have had a few of you guys write in. They want to really know, Alison and Spirit, about the next future or the next step with our currency on all levels, all across the world. Is it going to be cash? Is it going to be all electronic? What's the direction happening there?
Yes, well, I think for a while now we've been pushed towards a cashless society, and that certainly started with the whole COVID thing. And then if the digital ID goes across here in the UK and Europe, etc., they are going to be trying to push for that as well.
Okay.
So that is the big question, are they going to get away with it? Because people need to understand that if they want to have cash, you've got to keep using it.
That's it, keep it in flow.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Let's have a look here. Okay, so what's happening with the cash situation, guys? And how close are we, if at all, to have a cashless society? Now, again, the bottom card tells us the Page of Swords, talk. Like, we've got to share this information with people. We've got to say, we need to keep control of our assets. We need to keep control of our cash. And so therefore it's really important to tell people and talk about it and tell others. And I think there's a lot of talk going on at the moment, to be honest, about that whole digital ID. And we actually did reading on that one. And I think people are really unhappy about losing autonomy and losing their control over their assets. So definitely, I think, guys, a lot of talk is happening here. And, not a great card, first card down, which is the Ten of Swords. Definitely a plan to get rid of cash. Absolutely 100%. So, okay, how long is it going to take them to roll this out? Well, I see that the next 12 months we'll start to really see things wound back. So you'll find more and more businesses won't be taking cash, more and more your banks won't hold cash. You just won't be able to get it out. And there'll be lots of questions asked, as there are now, actually. If you go in to do any cash transfers or whatever, they ask you, why are you withdrawing your money?
That is very correct.
It's my money.
Yes.
So there could be a little hold up on this if people are pushing back enough. There's a little bit of talk going around the other day about protests on this one. I think that people will get upset with it, and I think that definitely the protests will make the powers that be sort of hold the works up, thinking, it's not ready, we can't get it through yet, And that's the answer, guys. Make sure, now the star card on top of this, you have your say. Right? And it doesn't mean you have to go out and protest and all that. I'm not, saying any of that. It's just have your say. If you want to keep it, have your say. Don't just go along with it for the ride, Yeah. So the cash situation in Australia here where we are, we still have it.
Yeah, we do.
There's still notes around the place. But it's going to start in business. So you'll see things, like when you go out, and I think we've been to a couple of places where it says we don't accept
cashless
here.
venue.
So that's how it's going to start the rolling aspect of it. They'll do, there we go. And they're going to definitely be planning this behind the scenes. Well, this is stuff that all you conspiracies out there, the conspiracy people, they understand that this has been going on for a while. It's a ploy to be able to have more control over what you're doing and having a look at everything. On the lighter side of things, however, it is also going to be stopping people from ripping off the government, not paying their taxes, etc. So whether you like that idea or not, and I'm not making a judgment call on that one, but that's what they're trying to do here as well. So it's like it's a double-edged sword, It's not just one reason for doing it. The really interesting thing here too is that they will demonise it. So they'll start saying, look, it caused the last pandemic because it was easily spread through the money.
And that is why
touching money,
that is exactly why lots of people,
So that there's demonisation of that going on. And it's indicating here that I think more and more people will just keep it under the mattress because I don't think they'll be taking it to the bigger institutions. This is like holding on to their assets and that's a bad thing for our economy, guys, because if we're not spending, then the economy doesn't grow. you know. We do need to spend, but in the right way.
Yes.
Also, what comes to me here is more bartering that will start going on. So the bartering systems may come back where you do a job for someone and they do a job for you, you know, so that no cash or cards are used. Oh my gosh, Court. Within 2 years.
Another 2 years.
Within 2 years.
Like last week's
there's
video.
There's a plan going on here.
2 to 3 years.
This is crazy. Gosh. Okay, so the next 2 years looks like we're going to see less and less and less of our precious money in our hands.
Do you feel that is more Australia or more worldwide?
I think this is the countries that will be affected by the Commonwealth countries.
Yep.
This is going to be like the UK, Australia and parts of Europe.
Damn.
And also probably some of the surrounding countries that are still under the guidance wording influence of the deep state.
Yep.
Did I just say that? I did. Okay. The final card here, like guard your wealth. Now, one thing that's coming to me quite strongly with this is perhaps if you do have extra cash under the mattress, buy precious metals like gold and silver. That does feel like it's the thing to do. The treasure chest opening up here for me.
Yes.
I can see that there's gold in, I'm getting goosebumps, gold in there, you know, so I feel like saying like, yes, you may not have the cash in your hand, but it may be put into more of an asset that can be traded easily. It's a bit hard to trade on a house or land or whatever. But more of a gold, silver trade. And I know that both gold and silver are going to go up, and silver will be a shocker. Ooh. Silver's going to maybe even hit higher than gold in the next few years. So just be aware of that. Now, the 2-year mark has come up here for me. I think that this is the plan. Now, the plan is to make sure we are cashless within 2 years. However, you guys, if you write letters to your local members and really start speaking up about these changes, it will make a difference, okay? So interesting, isn't it? We're going back into the dark ages. Look. People are going to have to start bartering and really, making good on promises to each other, and there'll be promise notes and things like that. It's crazy times. So don't worry about it too much, you guys. I don't want to be all doing doom and gloom. We've had a few readings lately that has been a bit sad, but, I can only read what the cards are telling me. It is showing me that we will overcome these issues and problems eventually, and that there will be a complete cut to the way things are being done now.
Interesting.
So, once there is a new government body in place, or once we have a new way of doing things here, things will be brought back that have gone before. So, going back to the past to rebuild the future. More and more I feel people are opting for a very easy lifestyle. More and more we're going to see people moving away from the bigger cities, growing their own veggies, doing their own thing, not opting out as such, but just not engaging in the push to be pushed into a direction you don't want to go in. So, it looks like they'll be finding different ways, and that's the human race for you. We're always resilient and we find different ways of doing things. Don't you worry, everything's going to come to a close. It will come to an end. Anything that is not of the light, that is not working for the greater good of humanity, eventually will be thwarted. Don't worry, guys, we are going to come out on top, but be prepared the next couple of years. They're still going to try and railroad.
Thank you so much, Alison, for that reading, and thank you guys for watching this week's episode. Be sure to pop your comments down below, like, share, subscribe, and we will see you next week.
Bye.